Hello students, I hope everyone is doing quite well at their home, enjoying their quarantine period and of course getting well on with their studies. I am Mudit Jain and let's start today's session with the thought of the day. The roots of education are bitter but the fruits are sweet. Of course, it's a very well-known saying that the roots of education are bitter. We have to struggle very hard, we have to work very hard, but ultimately when we reach the path of success or the peak of success, then the fruits are very extremely sweet, extremely delicious, extremely tasty. When you reap those fruits, when you eat those fruits, when you enjoy those fruits, you yourself will feel that the roots were bitter, but ultimately what the consequence or what the result matters is very sweet. So we were talking about the poem number 3rd, which is Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda was a very well-known established writer. He won the Nobel Prize for literature, of course. And today let's recapture the chapter for a while and then we can proceed on with today's lecture. So until now we have learned that Pablo Neruda is appealing or requesting or pleasing the audience or the readers or the people of the world that they have to keep quiet for a while, for a short span of time. And here he has told that I will count to 12 and you will keep quiet, you will keep mum, you will silence yourself, because he wants to achieve world peace. He wants us to have a self-introspection, self-reflection, self-analysis and develop a feeling of mutual understanding between each other, among each other. Obviously, he has a very wider vision, wider goal, wider scope for the world in his mind. His main goal or his main aim, his main motto is to achieve world peace. और world peace कोई छोटी बड़ी बात नहीं है. It's a very big, mightier vision, powerful vision, and he is telling that if we all come together, if we all are united, then we can achieve this very impossible task. So he asks us to keep quiet, to not speak any kind of language, to keep still for a while and not make any kind of movements. We also learned that he used the word arms. Arms जो है उसके दो मतलब थे. There were two meanings of arms, and the literary device employed in arms was pun, P-U-N. If I have not given a question, it's a very important question. The pun literary device used in arms means arms has two meanings. The first arms is the literal arms जो हमारे हाथ पैर हैं, those the limbs of yours are arms. So the poet is asking to not move our arms so much, not make any kind of movements, so that we do not disturb anything, we do not create any kind of problems, troubles, nuisance, and the world peace can be achieved. And the second arms is the war and the violence, the weapons that we use, the instruments and the tools that we use to kill each other, to fight with each other, to have arguments with each other, to battle with each other. Those arms are also referred here. So poet is appealing that we have to stop using our arms. हाथ पैर भी नहीं हिलाने हैं, and we also should not deploy any kind of weapons to harm each other, to endanger each other. We are reading on page number 95. So we are starting with page number 95. The third paragraph, that would be, it would be an exotic moment. Yesterday we learned the synonym of exotic, which means usually rare, unique or foreign. जो foreign होता है, जो हमें पता नहीं होता है, we are not well acquainted with that stuff or well aware of that stuff, not known to that stuff, unfamiliar stuff, that is exotic. So that would be an exotic moment. Obviously it's a unique moment when all of the earthly activities will stop, all of the mundane activities will stop. Monday मतलब M-O-N-D-A-Y वाला Monday नहीं, M-U-N-D-A-N-E. Mundane means worldly activities, earthly activities will stop. All the activities going on earth or this world or this planet will stop for a while. And what happened? Without rush, without hurry, without any haste, जल्दबाजी नहीं होगी. Obviously we are already on a very much rush कि we have to accomplish this task and that task, we have to study, we have to go meet our friend, we have to go to the movie, we have to reach home and have dinner and go to sleep. that kind of rush will not be there, because we will be at home. We will be sitting on our sofa, on our couch, or resting on our bed, and we will not be doing any kind of activities. वो जो rush का pressure है, the force which we have because of the rush, because of the hurry, that we have to reach this and that and this place or that place, that will be not present in your mind. You will be relaxed, you will be free, you will be relieved, you will be independent, and you will not think about any kind of activity because of keeping quiet. Without engines. Now what is the role of engines? They keep the machines alive. Engines are referred as the heart of every machinery, heart and brains of every machinery. If there is no engine, trains will not run, the factories will not work, your bikes and Activas and your cars will not work, all kind of vehicles, all kind of machinery will stop. तो उससे क्या होगा? What will happen? The pollution will be stopped. Noise pollution will not be there, air pollution will not be there, water pollution will not be there. So the engines will stop working. Why? Because we are keeping quiet. We are not doing any kind of activities. We are accomplishing or aiming for world peace. That is why we are keeping quiet, and that is why we are stopping all kinds of engines, which will ultimately lead to stopping of pollution. Or pollution stop hua to that's the tremendous victory, that's a tremendous achievement for Earth. We would all be together, we would all be together, we would all be in a united form. We will all come together in a sense of brotherhood. Brotherhood जिसको हम हिंदी में भाईचारा बोलते हैं. तो we will develop a sense of affection, understanding, comprehension, connection with each other. हमें लगेगा कि नहीं, his life is also important, her life is also important, all our lives are equal and important. We cannot rule out one single person. We will keep quiet, we will keep still, we will not make any kind of movement, and we will come together in a sense of unison, in a sense of togetherness, in a sense of unity, because we will all keep quiet at one period of time. आप सोचो, when you go to a prayer, when you go to your assembly prayers, you do not speak any single word. There is a complete calm attention. Whenever you are uttering prayers, or when you are offering prayers to the God, you all speak in unison. आप एक साथ उस song को गाते हैं, and that is a very wondrous achievement. That's a very marvelous achievement. उस unity के लिए, उस togetherness के लिए Pablo Neruda हमें अपील कर रहा है कि we have to keep quiet. We would all be together in such a sudden strangeness. Sudden means quick, abrupt, जो अचानक से है. Strangeness, obviously it would be a very unfamiliar moment. ऐसा moment earth की history में कभी नहीं होगा when we all will come together to keep quiet, to keep mum, to shut our mouths and to shut our arms. That would be a strange, exotic, rare, unique moment in the history of earth, in the history of our planet, and that would help us achieve world peace. Got it? Got it? Moving on to next paragraph. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Of course, the fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Now, the fishermen here represents all the selfish people, all the self-centered, self-motivated people who are harming other people or endangering other species, who are fulfilling their own objectives by disturbing the peace of other people. Fishermen जो होते हैं, मछुआरे, जो the people whose employment is to catch fish, to go into the sea or the ocean or the river, and they put on a trap, they put on a net inside the water, and they capture hundreds and thousands of fish every day. So ultimately, to realize their own goal, to earn profit, to earn money, to earn their income, they are endangering the fishes, they are endangering the organisms living inside the water. So obviously it is not a healthy practice, it is not a good practice as a human being. We are harming each other person or other animal or other organism. We are endangering that species. We are killing or murdering or assassinating, annihilating, destroying other persons or other people or other animal, and that is not a healthy practice. That is not how we can achieve world peace. Obviously, if a fisherman is going into an ocean, putting on a trap or a net to capture the fishes, then it's creating an unhealthy ecological system or unhealthy environment in the ocean. फिर वहाँ पे pollution भी होता है, environmental pollution is also taking place, and the number of fishes or the quantity of fishes is also decreasing in the water bodies. So this is just an example. The poet is not exactly referring to the fishermen, but by the medium of fishermen, by the channel of fishermen, the poet is informing us or notifying us or making us informed that what? That people who are self-centered, people who are realizing their own selfish motives, who are just making a goal in earning their own profits, own income, own money, they are endangering other people. They are harming, they are destroying other animals, other things, and they are also disturbing the peace on our planet Earth, on our mother nature. So these selfish people will also stop doing their selfish activities, self-centered activities, and they will also stay calm and composed for a while. They will not harm the fishes which are in the sea. They will not harm other people, other things, or other animals, other living organisms, by which we all earth, the residents of the earth are connected or intertwined or linked, so the world peace can be achieved. Just here the fisherman is not referred. Fisherman का मतलब क्या है? All those selfish people, self-centered people, self-motive, self-driven people, जिनको सिर्फ अपने profit से मतलब है. They just mean with their own profit. They just want their own money. They do not care about the feelings or emotions or understandings of other people. They only care about themselves. Such kind of people will also stop caring about themselves. They will start caring about others. They will start caring about the residents of the planet Earth, and they will start caring about the population of the world, which will ultimately lead to the achievement of world peace. See, I am repeating the word world peace again and again and again because it is of the utmost importance. The crux or the synopsis of the poem depends on these words only: world peace, सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन और सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन एंड म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग. पोएट हमें चुप क्यों बिठाना चाहता है? वाई डज द पोएट वॉन्ट अस टू स्टे क्वाइट, कीप साइलेंट, नॉट मेक एनी काइंड ऑफ मूवमेंट, नॉट मूव आवर आर्म्स सो मच, so that we can achieve world peace, world calm, world tranquility. We can create a sense of mutual understanding, and of course we can self introspect ourselves and we can improvise ourselves. हम अपने आप को झांक के देखें, अपने गिरेबान में झांक के देखें कि हम कहाँ गलत कर रहे हैं, what are the bad activities that we are doing, and we can improvise ourselves, we can better ourselves so that the world peace can be achieved. So the fishermen in the cold sea, the fishermen who are going in the cold sea, मतलब हम अपने selfish motive के लिए sea में जाने तक के लिए तैयार है. We are ready to go to sea. The treacherous sea would not harm whales. These people would not harm whales. Whales means obviously the fishes or the living organisms living underwater. These fishermen will not harm other living organisms to achieve their own profit, own selfish income. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Obviously, see, there are two types of people. Firstly, जो business करके दूसरों को hurt करते हैं और अपना profit earn करते हैं. People who commit fraud or who cheat other people, who harm other people and earn their own income. And second type of people are who are incurring losses, who are not self-sufficient enough, who are not capable enough, and they usually intend to injure themselves, wound themselves, harm themselves. वो खुद को hurt कर लेते हैं. Let's take an example. Suppose you are living in a very hectic or a very busy city. Let's assume it's Mumbai or New York City. चलो, New York City is a very lavish, very kind of a dreamland city for all you people. If I don't know if anyone of you has gone to New York City, but it is considered as one of the most populous city. वहाँ की population बहुत ज़्यादा है. Plus it is very hectic. You cannot stop there and stare at a decorative piece or at a dress in the showroom because you will not have any kind of time. It's a machinery work. आपकी life machine बन जाती है. You have to wake up at 8 o'clock, you have to get ready, go to your work, come back, make your dinner and again go to sleep, and in the morning you have to repeat the whole routine, you have to repeat the whole timetable again. So in this whole process of hectic life or the hectic schedule, hectic routine of your lifestyle, you tend to harm yourself. आप अपने आप को time नहीं दे पाते हैं. You do not have time for your own families, your friends, your relatives or your neighbors or your colleagues or anything. You just think about earning money. You just think about going to work and doing your work and taking your salary at the end of the month. So there is no mental or emotional development. You do not even have to spend time in your own physical fitness as well. So obviously in this whole process you damage your own health. आपकी खुद की health खराब हो जाती है. Just imagine you are not able to meet any other person. आपका जो routine है, आपका जो schedule है, it is only limited to going to your workplace, coming back, making dinner, watching television for half an hour and then going to sleep because you have to wake up early in the morning. So this whole schedule, this whole routine, this whole timetable kind of ruins your entire day and kind of ruins your entire physical, mental, emotional health as well. You harm yourself, you endanger yourself, you hurt yourself. So that is how the poet is telling us, the poet is explaining us that the salt men, the men gathering salt, people who have salt as their employment or who does salt cultivation in their lands, they usually hurt themselves. मतलब salt का cultivation इतना easy नहीं होता है. It's not comfortable. You have to scrap the salt yourself. You have to pick up the salt yourself. And salt is not powdery or pulverized stuff. It is not in a crushed powder stuff. It is usually in rock form. Stone के form में होते हैं salt. उनको बाद में crush और mix पीसा जाता है, pulverize किया जाता है. But until then they are very hard rock form. So when the farmers or when the humans pick up the salts, they usually hurt their own hands and they do not have time कि मुझे यहाँ से injure हुआ है and I am bleeding from here तो मैं यहाँ पे bandage बांधूँ, 2 दिन का rest लूँ and then I will again pick up the salts. They do not have that kind of time. They are on a very running time. They have to keep their schedule up. They have to keep going. They cannot take a break. They cannot eat Kit Kat. Obviously they are working very hard, they are working on a tight schedule, so they cannot stop and take an interval और बोलते कि चलो आज हम जो है कहीं घूमने चलते हैं, we can go for a trip, we can go for a walk and I will put on a cream on my wounds and I can go back to gathering salts tomorrow or day after tomorrow. 1-2 दिन का break तो ले ही नहीं सकते हैं. So the poet is telling us that when we will keep quiet, जब हम keeping quiet वाली activity करेंगे, और keeping quiet यूँ नहीं कि आज farmers कर रहे हैं, कल teachers करेंगे, कल engineers करेंगे, tomorrow doctors will be doing. No, all the people of the world will have to come together and stay quiet, stay silent, not move their arms around in one time, at one time, in unison, in togetherness. एक साथ उनको ये सारे काम करने हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि ब्लॉक में categories में people are doing these work. So the farmers or the people who are hurting themselves while working, they will stop doing their activities and they will tend to their wounds. T-E-N-D, tend. आप जो attend बोलते हैं उसी का वो form है. Tend to their wounds means they will take care of their wounds. They will look at their hurt hands that what have I done. मैं प्रॉफिट के लिए, मैं मनी के लिए, मैं इनकम अर्न करने के लिए इतना डेस्परेट हो गया, इतना क्या बोल सकते हैं, इतना लाचार हो गया. आई हैव बिकम सो डेस्परेट, आई हैव बिकम सो वांटिंग दैट आई हैव हर्ट माई सेल्फ इन द प्रोसेस. ऑब्वियसली आई एम अर्निंग मनी, आई एम अर्निंग प्रॉफिट फॉर माई ओन बेनिफिट एंड बेनिफिट तो कहीं हो नहीं रहा. आई एम नॉट एबल टू पे अटेंशन टू माई हेल्थ, इवन इट इज फिजिकल और मेंटल और इमोशनल, बट ultimately I am even hurting myself. तो प्रॉफिट कहाँ है? There is no profit. तो ये सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन है. आप जो बैठ के सोच रहे हैं that what am I doing in my life? what have I done so far, what am I doing right now, and what I will be doing in the future, what are my plans for the future. That is self introspection, that is self analysis. Analysis का मतलब क्या होता है? Deep study, किसी चीज को गहराई में झांक के देखना. You are going in the in depths, in the deep ends of some particular thing. You are reading that thing in a very keen manner, and that is called analysis. So you are reflecting inside, your soul or spirit or your heart or your mind, and you are seeing, you are watching, you are witnessing, you are beholding that what have I done so far, and what are the mistakes that I have made, and how to improvise my mistakes in the future. See, this paragraph is of utmost importance. This is of utmost importance from exam point of view and from your life point of view. एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में इससे क्वेश्चन बनता है. लाइफ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में क्या हो गया, दैट यू ऑल्सो विल sit down on your study table, on your chair or on your sofa, and you will think about yourself that what mistakes I have made, what are the flaws inside me. FLAWS, flaws means आपकी गलतियाँ, आपके अंदर की जो क्या बोल सकते हैं withdrawals हैं, आपके अंदर की जो demerits हैं, that is shortcomings, that's the word. shortcomings जो हैं वो क्या है, what are these shortcomings inside you, and how you can work hard, practice hard, rehearse hard, so that you can acquire perfection, you can acquire improvisation. तो फिशरमैन वाला एग्जाम्पल था. फिशरमैन आर द सेल्फ सेंटर्ड पीपल हु हर्ट अदर पीपल while earning profits. So while keeping quiet or while keeping silent, the fishermen will stop their violent activities, their criminal activities, their selfish activities, and they will ultimately do not harm other people. They will not cause pollution to the planet Earth. तो इससे बेनिफिट किसको हुआ? सिर्फ फिशरमैन को हुआ, या सिर्फ फिशर्स को हुआ, सिर्फ वेल को हुआ, या ओशन को हुआ? नहीं, इट इज बेनिफिशियल, इट इज एडवांटेजियस to everyone living in the planet, every person of the world. And second, the men or the people or the farmers who are engaged in salt gathering activities generally hurt their hands very often. But while keeping quiet, the people who have hurt themselves in the process of earning money, they will stop doing that activity for a while, and they will reflect on their own wounds and own injuries, on own scars. स्कार्स क्या होते हैं? जो आपकी इंजरी के बाद जो निशान पड़ जाता है, जो मार्क हो जाता है, दैट इज द स्कार. तो दे विल लुक एट देयर हैंड्स, दे विल सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्ट कि हमने क्या कर दिया है. वी हैव अटेन्ड सो मेनी इंजरीज, सो मेनी वुंड्स इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ अर्निंग मनी, एंड इसका लॉस, इसका जो डीमेरिट से, इसके जो डिसएडवांटेजेस हैं, वो मुझे ही सफ़र करने पड़ रहे हैं. आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग थ्रू दीज डिसएडवांटेजेस, डीमेरिट्स. सो ऑफ कोर्स the poet wants us all of these activities to be stopped, to stay quiet, to stay calm, to not do any kind of movement for a short span of time, so that ultimately we can realize or we can achieve world peace, world tranquility, world calmness, and we can develop a sense of mutual understanding. Mutual understanding हमने day 1 में clear कर लिया था. Moving on. Those who prepare green wars, obviously those people who prepare green wars. Now green wars is what? The chemical wars, wars against the planet Earth. Water pollution जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं, the attacking or bombing or explosion of things जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं. These are all the green wars, wars against the greenery of the earth, against the flora of the world. Flora क्या होता है? Flora is all the plants of earth of the world, and fauna is all the animal kingdom of world. So the green wars are the wars which are prepared by human beings, which comprises of chemicals and explosives, and which ultimately harms or hurts the surroundings or the environment or the atmosphere of planet Earth. So these green wars will also be stopped. Those who prepare green wars, those people who are involved or who are engaged in preparing those kind of chemicals or those kind of explosives, आप जो factory से जो chemical release होता है which goes through chimney and which causes air pollution, or the water which is released in the rivers or the water bodies, those also cause pollution. So obviously बात है that these wars or these chemical release are causing harm to our environment, and these are termed as green wars. So what does the poet mean by green wars? Means the war which are done against or which are conducted or organized against the greenery or the atmosphere surrounding environment of planet Earth. This may comprise of the chemicals which are released from the factory or the explosives which are used in the wars and battles and which create a sense of violence in our planet Earth. So all these words should be used when you answer the question, what are the green wars the poet referred to? And above the question is, what would the fishermen do? Obviously, what would the fishermen do? They will stop doing their selfish activities to earn their own selfish motives, and they will not harm other people to gain their own income. They will keep quiet, they will stay silent, they will not do any kind of harmful activities, and ultimately we will achieve world peace. Wars with gas, wars with fire. Obviously again the atomic wars, the poet is talking about the जो atomic bomb हम गिराते हैं एक दूसरे पे, the explosives, the weapons, the tools, the instruments that we use to kill each other, to murder each other, to hurt each other, to bloody each other, and that is war. War and violence are referred by Pablo Neruda in the poem. We will stop here for a while. Obviously we have talked a lot about wars and weapons and violence and pollution and green wars, the chemical wars and stuff. So I hope whatever words I'm speaking, you guys are underlining and writing it just next to the word in your book. So if you're not doing it, start practicing it from today onwards, and if you have any kind of doubt, you can ping me whenever you want. I will see you in the next session. Until then, thank you very much. Goodbye.